We are aware of the hardship of our people. And the president recently addressed the nation and listed things to be taken and measures to be taken for the betterment of our people. I want to draw the attention of our team supporters that protest anywhere in the part of this on this part of the third world. It has never yielded any result. We have a typical example of Libya, what happened. We have it in Sudan, we have it in Syria, we have it in Iraq, and we have seen the result. And those that are sharing money, supporting the protest to take place, I doubt very, very much if they are doing it with the best interest of masses of Nigeria. But they have their own intention that by God's grace, Allah will not be on their side. My fellows and citizens of APC, I want you to desist from any act of protest that is so called to end the government that we voted in power with our own vote. We voted Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Zamfara State, gave a big highest vote in the last election. And we give the mandate to Bola Ahmed Tinubu to become the president of Nigeria. And I believe strongly that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is trying his best, and what he needed, as he said, is only time. And let me tell you, what is going on in this country, whosoever is the president, even if Buhari that remains as the president, this problem must be in place. That's the truth. Because it's a long outstanding problem that we are trying to manage, and up to the extent that we cannot continue to manage it, it has to be out. But where we are today, we are doing our best as a government, and we are doing our best as your representatives, and who are close, very, very close to the seat of power, very, very close to this government, that we are doing our best to ensure that the betterment and welfare of our people will give all support needed by the president to ensure that Nigeria becomes a better place for all of us. But the protest never give a result anywhere in the world, more especially where we came from, because we have seen so many examples in Europe, we have seen so many examples in Asia, we have seen so many examples in Africa where protests, if the protest is going to be that we know as a protest, sometimes in the Europe and the first countries, 2 million people, 1 million people come up protest, and they go back to their home in the evening. But this one, we are going to protest to end the government. It never happened in Nigeria, and we are not praying for it. And those that are planning for it, I personally, I am calling for them to desist. Let them try as much as they can to ensure that Nigeria become a Nigeria that we know, a Nigeria of our dream. And it's only when you have a Nigeria that you have and your ambition can be fulfilled. It can be fulfilled without having it. And the protest is never came a way of solving any nation problem. Rather, it's going to be building the nation into another problem. Now in Zamfara State, we are dealing for the past 12, 13 years insecurity all over. So now I'm not sure. What do you think protest will be the result? Insecurity coupled with the protest, coupled with the looting, destroying the government property. I think we both set our setback, which what other people I think are calling for. We are not affect the best. We are one of the hardest. Not so if it's a problem, in movement. What about a but this Nigeria will be a template of Allah. But to be disobedient to God, to be disobedient to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he asked us that we should protest and we should be obedient to them. So therefore, my fellow citizens of APC in Zamfara State, I am calling all of you. I stay here before you to plead with you to give us more time. You trusted us with your vote. You come out very shine to give us your vote, to give us your mandate to represent you, to give President your mandate to represent you as your own president. So we need a little time. By God's grace, things will change, inshallah, for a better. I pray Almighty Allah should take you back home safely. I pray Almighty Allah will make this country a better country for all of us to live. I pray for the president. May Almighty Allah guide him to lead this country right and to prosper just his own end. We pray Almighty Allah give us the wisdom to manage the affairs of all of you that are standing before us and the other people that are not here. I, as your representative in this press, by God's grace, I will continue to do. Not only to do, I will redouble my effort, inshallah.
Let me start by giving thanks to Almighty Allah, who is the master of the universe. And by His grace, we are here today in my hometown and the headquarters of my senatorial zone. Though in this matter, I'm just not looking myself as a senator representing Zamfara West, but as a critical stakeholder in the Nigerian politics today, and who has been in position to know what Nigeria, this country called Nigeria, is, and the economy of Nigeria. Don't forget, I have been a vice chairman of the National Economic Council, as a chairman of Nigerian Governance Forum, and the vice chairman as the chairman. So therefore, I know a lot of the issues of Nigerian economy in terms of economic governance. The situation we are in Nigeria, as I said, is not impregnated within the month of May 2023, and today, July 2024. It's a long pregnant of issues, problems, but it's been downplayed. But today, unfortunately, as I said, not Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but any other person as a president, even myself, or any other person think that he can fix the Nigerian economy within just a blink of eyes. He's deceiving the Nigerians, he's deceiving himself. Because the economy of the country has been in a very, very simple situation. But we are managing it. I hope this message is one of its kind, and people understand that the problem of Nigeria is beyond what anybody can think. But we shouldn't be deceived by those that feel like if anything funny happens, they may take advantage. Nigeria is managing the insecurity, economic issues, hardship, inflation, all at the same time. And it's no creation of this administration. It's inherited items. Not only items. But I believe strongly, President, he's trying his own best, and we are chipping in to support and advise. But people that are not patient, they are thinking that no, enough is enough. It's not this time. Because he's only one in office. There are others that has 8 years, 2 years, 6 years, 8 years. All these issues are there. But either it's not addressed properly, or it's not taken cautiously to know that there's a problem coming. So, members of the press, the situation of Nigeria today is not something that protest can solve. It's not, never. We can read the history of many nations. Some nations decide, because they are enjoying the good governance, good leadership. Some people like Libya, whom they are not even paying the electricity bill, water bill, education free, but they decide they are tired with the leadership that they have. And today, where are they? And what is the situation? It's worse than any other country in part of the world today. We're having like 3 or multiple leadership, governance. Peace is something that they are not now looking for. Syria, despite the leadership is still there, but still as if there's no government. So many benefits they are supposed to go into the people of Syria is no longer there. Yemen is there. Sudan, near in Dostafia, is there. All issues are there whereby caused by protest and by people that are thinking they will take benefit of what's going to happen. And I doubt very, very much, with no contradiction, that those are sponsoring the protests that took place in Nigeria, they are not doing it for the sake of the ordinary man of Nigeria. I believe it, and no shaking on it. It's for their own selfish interest. How long they have been with the masses? How long they have been in the game? And what happened? And what do they change? So therefore, our situation, it required an intense prayer and intense patience. No magic can be done to fix the economy of Nigeria within 1 month. I had some civil saying we give president 1 week to fix all these things. I don't think that's a joker. Maybe all ignorance, but doesn't know what is going on in the country. So, let me say 2 issues. Exchange rate. When President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came, exchange rate is a parallel gap between the official rate and parallel market on black market. It's over 400 or 400. He asked question, who is benefiting from this 480 and 700? Who are those people? Instead of that, let it come back to the coffin of government. And by the way, there's even no dollar to play around with. And we should not forget that Nigeria is an import country, not export. What only we export is crude. If we export anything to earn foreign exchange, largely or 60-70% is crude. Only. All other sectors of the economy is not being developed so that they can be able to do that. Is it Bola Ahmed that did not develop it? Has he the opportunity to get other things in the 2015 or 2019 or 2023? There is a successful government. There's something need to be done, but it's not done. For instance, we are blessed with so many endowments, but how much government in the past invested in bringing out that endowment, gold, tantalite, mention them for export? Who did that? Who does that? No. The investment being made in the oil sector, if you do 1% to other endowment, the Nigerian economy will not be the way it is. Even in agriculture. But no attention is paid to that. We're getting a cheaper money and we're relaxed. with it. So therefore, there are so many issues in the country that need to be addressed. For instance, everyone, even from Nigeria to international, they know in Zamfara we have gold for exports. But what the government, successors government did to exploit those, what we have for the purpose of export and then earn the products? No one did anything. There are over $20 million or 20 billion, $20 billion being invested in the period of 5 years in the oil sector. If you took 2-3 billion and expand in other endowment or other sector of the economy of Nigeria would be different. But it's not done. So today we're in a situation whereby this thing has to be known to everyone. That, gentlemen, this is our problem. What we're getting, no investor is bringing money into, largely bringing money into the Nigerian economy. Rather, what we're only doing, we're managing what we have. I saw in the one write-up that Nigeria is earning only 800 million in a month as size of goods. What $800 million can do for the economy of over 250 million people? That's the earning of the government. If that's true, then we're in the serious problem, big problem. So, but we are leaders. We ask you to give us your mandate. We're going to do our best. We are doing our best, and we're going to continue. And it's a will of each and every leader to ensure that his people are having a better life to live, so that history can write with the ink of God. You come to the fuel subsidy. As I said in my address, as when government of Nigeria, we know the price of dollar today is like 1,500, and I doubt even if Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is selling the pump price of liter less than $1. If we said we are going to, with the issue of the regulation, that the pump price is going to be $1, a minimum of $1 to a liter, we are looking at the pump price will be like 1,500. But still, President is looking at where are we going if we do that, despite the fact that he said we'll remove subsidy, but still government is subsidizing. Each and every month, not less than 900 billion is being spent every month for this issue of so-called removal of subsidy. The NNPC came out categorically and said we cannot give country anything for the purpose of development, because largely what we are doing, we are underpricing the pump price. We are importing, and we are selling below the price of international oil. The landing cost is like 570. The NNPC is given at 580, 590. So, gentlemen of the press, as I'm giving this tip to you, that the issue of Nigerian problem protest cannot solve it. So therefore, I came to urge my people to understand the situation we are in, and it's not something that can be just fixed on a blink of eye. It requires all hands on deck, and I believe President Bola Tinubu is working tirelessly to ensure that the Nigerian economy is better. And if you protest and say you end the government, what do you think is going to be the consequences? Okay, we end the government. Who is going to be the government? Government, people cannot stay without government. How do you put the government? How do you put the government? You have a legitimate government that were voted by the mandate of the people, and you end that government. Then who will be the government? They should not forget, the press is where like they are doing this the kind of thing to succeed, is where they are speaking one language, one religion, one nation, not divided. We're over 500 languages. We're divided between North and South. Who would be, Southern or Northerner? So they shouldn't take it as easy as that. No, it will never happen in Nigeria. This country called Nigeria. Here we are. The protest to end government and bring another government. How? It's a joke. Anybody saying it's a joker? A joker. You write it, a joker. I name him Joker. Because he doesn't know the history of the countries. Even in places like Yemen, when they are speaking the same language, the same religion. In Libya, the same language, the same religion. How did they find it? So we shouldn't deceive ourselves. So I concur with the president. I agree with his thought that people should still, youth should give him time. He's doing his best. And we are going to continue to support him. So gentlemen of the press, the message here is protest is never a solution to Nigerian economy today or to a Nigerian problem today. Rather, it's going to put us in another crisis. Where we are here today, for over more than 1.5 decades, we are struggling with insecurity. And you ask us to come out and protest. We protest, and then issues come between the security and the people of the country. How is it going to look like again? Now, the Dabashi, those that are having arms are hiding somewhere. You give them license to come out, and because the security has left them to start facing the people here. So Nigeria has a lot of issues, but as a leaders that you trust, we are doing our best, and we are going to continue our best to double our effort to ensure that, don't forget, 2027 is around the corner, and we need to be re-elected. President Bola Tinubu would want to be re-elected. So it's become mandatory to him to do the right thing so that he can convince Nigerians so that he can return in 2027. So therefore, if you become patient, definitely every one of us must do his best to convince people that, yes, I'm putting in my best. I need you because of X, Y, Z I did. I want you to give me another mandate for the next election. So therefore, my fellows and people and the other citizens of Nigeria, that let us give this government time. We believe the president, he knows much in the economy and he's surrounded with the people that knows more. But the issue is Nigeria cannot fix Nigerian economy alone. We need the support of other nations, which the president is going left, right, center to ensure that he convinces the other nations that give Nigeria support where the prosperity is there. So, gentlemen of the press, this is the message for today. And I don't... Yeah, I said that some of the team in youth, they said they are giving money. They are being sponsored. They have food to eat, they have water to drink. Who is giving them those monies? Of course, it's our people outside. Because like one me like inside, I cannot give you to protest against me. There's someone that who wants to see me out, that will give money so that I can go out. But myself sitting down as in the government, I can't give you money to go and protest or give you food or give you water or give you shelter or provide logistics for you to carry me out of the where I am. No. So therefore, we believe strongly those that are outside are supporting the youth or encouraging them for their own interest. That's why I said I doubt very much without contradiction that anybody who is calling, sponsoring, or giving support to this sport is not doing for the sake of ordinary man of Nigeria. But he has his own something that he wants to achieve, which is being wrong because it's never achieved in other nations, so it will never be achieved in the country. More Nigeria that is more complex than any other part of them. Nigeria is more complex than Sudan, is more complex than Libya, is more complex than Yemen, is more complex than Syria, where they are speaking one language, one religion. Okay, about the security. You know, as I said, security is not something that I'm in it for over 10, 12 years. I know the intrigue of it, the corners of all those kind of things. So not something that can be talked on before the camera. But as I said, President Bola Tinubu is working harder. He's working harder with so many options that how can he achieve this insecurity to get out? Because he said if people do not go to farm, one of the things that I discussed with him, that he's doing Lagos Badagry to enable him to have like 1 million hectares for farmers, and have new towns and new villages and new settlements so that people can farm, and have about 26 dams along that road from Lagos to Badagry. So if someone is thinking like this, so definitely he has something that if he can say it today, if he can say economy of Nigeria turn to green, he will say it. But it's something that is not possible. But you have to do with so many, a lot of hard work and a lot of labor to ensure that things were fixed. So the issue of security, President is working harder to ensure that getting so many exploiting so many options to it, and by God grace we'll get there.
Okay.